Hi, Don.
Hi, Jeff.
Nice
Good to see you.
It's great to be asked
see
to be here. I'm so thrilled. I'm sitting here with Don Cole on what would be Jon Kaplan's 75th birthday to talk about the Jon Kaplan Legacy Fund, which was established in 2017 to honor theater writer Jon Kaplan and his tremendous support for theater makers of all kinds. We're also, of course, going to announce Jon Kaplan Fund Theater Award recipients. Jon meant the world to me and to so many people in this town that are in my business. He meant the world to my wife, Diana Bentley. He was instrumental in giving us the courage and fortitude to start the Coal Mine Theater. He was an enthusiastic supporter of both of us for our entire careers, and we miss him so dearly, as does the whole Toronto community. I know. I mean, I grew up with him. I came here in '84, and Jon's reviewed pretty much everything I've ever done, you know. So this means a lot to me, and I'm thrilled to be asked to be here.
Well, this is our 4th year for the fund, and we've actually been able to double the awards this year, which is great. We have 3 winners, which will soon be announced. In addition, we've broadened our impact by working with the Toronto Fringe. They were developing a program to train young theatre reviewers, which seemed like a perfect fit for us. So we became partners with that. Intermission Magazine has a similar program we're also funding. Because of COVID and the realization that a lot of actors have no other resources, we donated a substantial amount to the Canadian Actors Fund in the hope that that would help many of them who ordinarily would find work in catering or in some other retail work, and that had just disappeared. What else have we done? We've also provided funding for many small theatre companies through community grants, which has allowed them either to do a show or to keep their doors open or just to try and slowly help revitalize the Toronto theatre scene.
You guys are also on the Coal Mine Wall of Fame.
We are, it's true.
Donations,
we are.
Which we very much appreciate. I am, of course, thrilled to help the Jon Kaplan Fund announce their 4th annual award recipients. 3 incredible artists that have been recognized for being either an exceptional Canadian playwright, performer, or graduating theater student. And this year, JKLF increased the theater award amounts, acknowledging the particular challenges of theater making during a pandemic, as Don referenced earlier. I'll now pass the spotlight on to a few fantastic community arts leaders who will introduce you to this year's recipients.
Hi there, my name is Alison McMacken, and it is my great pleasure today to introduce to you this year's recipient of the Jon Kaplan Award that goes to a graduating student from a Canadian theatre school. Tuna Gamelli is an actor with a lot of questions. He is rigorous, he is talented, he is kind, he's supportive. He sees a theater, I think, that doesn't exist yet. I think he sees a theater that is large and a theater that can be transcendent and a theater that certainly is more than what we can imagine it to be right now. And Tuna, I'm so happy for you. And I wish you a long journey of creating exquisite physical pieces. And I wish you a long journey of flight and excitement in your work. So to all of you watching today, I introduce to you Tuna Gamelli.
Hello everyone. My name is Tuna Gamelli and I'm an actor-performer from Istanbul, Turkey. I am so deeply honored to be this year's recipient for the Jon Kaplan Legacy Award for a Canadian Theatre School graduate. Coming to Canada 4 years ago, I was just seeking good education, but I think I found so much more than that. I met so many new and amazing people with a constant urge to create, and I will forever be inspired by each and every one of you. And this award is a reminder to me that I should never stop moving forward, that I should keep going, keep meeting new people, and keep creating with them with an open and a kind heart. And to me, that's what Jon's legacy means. Though I didn't have the privilege of meeting with Jon, I am well aware of his kind heart and his undying trust and commitment to the theater industry. and I'm deeply encouraged and inspired by the legacy that he has left behind. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Esther Jun, and I nominated Jasmine Chen for the Jon Kaplan Legacy Award because she has talent, rigor, and a passion that has enabled her to have a thriving and diverse performance career across Canada. She has been creating opportunities for herself and others like her as long as I've known her. Her desire to expand representation of performers on stage, not only as a woman of color, but also a bilingual actor, is something to celebrate. And not only is she an amazing performer that is always seeking to push the boundaries of her own artistic practice, but she is an amazing, kind human being. She has supported me professionally and personally ever since I met her, and she's a true artistic colleague, and I cannot wait to see what she accomplishes in the future. Jasmine, congratulations, and I salute you.
Thank you, Dawn. Thank you, Jeff, and the entire Jon Kaplan Legacy Fund jury. It is an incredible honor to be receiving this award. It feels like yesterday that I was sitting next to so many of you in the Toronto theatre community, honoring Jon's life, the outpouring of love and the tributes that flowed. Anyone who knows Jon remembers his bright smile and the twinkle in his eyes. And so many of us have the same story, that Jon championed us when we were just starting out. And when I hadn't even graduated from theater school yet, Jon introduced himself after a short performance, my very first performance in the professional world. And he introduced himself and wrote a little review. It was just 2 sentences in a larger festival review, but those 2 sentences meant the world to me. And so many people who knew Jon will attest that along with his kindness, the thing that struck me the most was that Jon made you feel like you mattered and that you belonged. And so I really have him to thank for that, especially when I was finding my first wobbly steps in the theater community. So thank you for allowing me to be part of his legacy. That is a tremendous honor that I will treasure.
Congratulations, Julie! Congratulations, Julie, for winning this year's Jon Kaplan Legacy Fund Award for Young Canadian Playwright. Ever since reading Julie's first play, Fine China, I've been the biggest fan of her work and have followed her closely through her recent graduation at the National Theatre School. Congratulations for winning this award, Julie. You are such a bright talent with such inquisitive, open questions, and you are such a force to be reckoned with, and I'm so excited to see the future of your work. Congratulations.
Hi, my name is Julie Fan Punkaman, and I would like to thank the jury, the board, and everyone who supported me in receiving this year's Young Playwright Award through the Jon Kaplan Legacy Fund. This comes at a really timely moment for me as I've just graduated from theater school and I'm re-entering the professional theater landscape and trying to figure out where me and my work lies in all of that. It's really affirming to know that my work is being seen and appreciated and valued by others. And although I never met Jon, it was through his work and through the work of others at Now Magazine who took the time to engage with the work of emerging artists that really made an impact. It changed my life when I was 17. And I produced my first show at the Toronto Fringe, to know that that it mattered, I think. At the time, my parents didn't really know how to support me and my work, but it was supported by other people in the community, and that's what allowed me to really take a look at what it was that I wanted to do, what I loved, and gave me the confidence to be able to pursue it full time. And so, I want to thank you again for awarding me with this year. And I'm really grateful that through the work of the Legacy Fund that people are continuing Jon's legacy in supporting young emerging artists, and people still see the value in doing that. Thank you very much.
Congratulations to Tuna, Julie, and Jasmine, this year's Jon Kaplan Legacy Fund Theatre Award recipients. We encourage everyone to check out their work, and thank you for tuning in and celebrating Jon's legacy. I want to say a few words about how this fund works with Don's help. I know for sure that there's very little overhead because Don does everything himself with volunteers. All the money that this grassroots organization has goes directly to these scholarships. There's no fat, there's no waste, and I know that the application process is not 20 pages long. It's not like writing a grant application. It's very simple. Who are you? What do you need? How can we help you? That's it. And so we encourage you to apply, and we also ask any of you watching, if you can donate, it's only a good thing. It's a charitable organization, and your donations will be going straight to people who need it, right?
And a tax receipt.
And a tax receipt issued by Don himself.
Not quite.
Not quite.
Not quite.
I know you want to thank all the people who help you do this, and we want to thank you for keeping Jon's name alive, keeping his legacy alive.
Yeah.
And helping theater artists.
It's really good for me too, because it helps me stay closer to him. You know, it's now 5 years that he's been gone, and
hard to imagine.
I still miss him every day. So this is an opportunity for me to continue to support the work he cared about.
Well, your love for each other is and was inspiring, and a really great thing to watch. And I know how true it is by the fact that you're still doing this and that you're driven to do this in his name, and it's a beautiful thing that you're doing, and we're so grateful.
Thank you.
And I can speak for all Toronto theater makers when I say we love you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.